I've been watching baseball since about 2012. I remember 2012, funny enough, was the last year there was a perfect game. There was three perfect games. King Hernandez, Felix Hernandez had won. The White Sox, Philip Humber, all my White Sox fans know about that. And then one of the Giants pitchers had one. I forget which one. But anyways, it's been 11 years since that. So there's been a lot of rarities just in my 11 years of watching baseball. I know people have been watching baseball a long time. Cubs winning the World Series in 2016. That's another thing. This Oakland A's team right now, 12 and 45. They're on pace. It was 31 wins. They just got 2 wins against the Braves. So maybe it's like a resounding 35 wins now. What, 35? And let me do my fast math on the fly here. 35 and 127. Correct me if I'm wrong there. But so wow, big improvement, almost 100 games under. So yeah, the A's right now are 24 games out of first place. They could be mathematically eliminated by the end of next month, with still 3 months to go after that. And this might be the biggest rarity I've ever seen. Because in graphic one right here, if you take a look, the Oakland A's right now are on pace to finish second worst of all time. Baseball's been playing about 160 games since back to the 1800s. The only team that was worse was the Cleveland Spiders in 1899. And the only somewhat comparable, I guess, was the Tigers in 2003. As you saw, they were about 40-win team. So about 10 more wins right now than the A's are projected. And this is just a travesty. Fisher, that owner, this did not have to come this. And you know, people are going to make the argument right away, right? It's the salary cap. And okay, there is some argument to a salary cap because the NFL does it perfect. Is the NFL just giving free money to every single team? No, usually it's still the big dogs, the Cowboys, the Raiders, yada yada, paying up because they have the money. The salary cap's high. I think it's like 200 million or something like that, somewhere in the ballpark around there. So the salary cap, I'm usually on board with, because it's not to like give everyone a fair playing field. It's just to provide a cap. That's literally what it's called, a salary cap. It's not a salary even playing field. So, you know, baseball should consider that, but I don't even think this has to do with the salary cap and the small market teams and the big market teams. I mean, you know, it is true that like 10 teams like have had no shot at competing for like the Reds, you know, or even the Brewers maybe, who do well, but deep down they know they have no shot at a World Series because they can't pay, you know, they can't pay the big dogs, right? So there is some valid argument to that, but that has nothing to do with why the A's suck so bad right now. The A's suck so bad because of this phony relocation. They've been planning it up. The They've been planning it up for about a decade now. The San Diego Chargers in the NFL did the same thing. Oh, we're not relocating, as they talk about it for a decade and plan it out. The Chargers knew they were relocating back in 2006. I bet the A's knew they were relocating. Maybe bet what year is it, 2023? I bet they probably knew 8 years ago that, oh yeah, Oakland, whatever, wild card game, sold out stadium. We don't care. We're already relocating, but buy tickets. Yeah, I mean, it's sad. We had an A's page on the other day who was, or not the other day, like about a month ago, right? Nice kid. It was a little weird because he was on the win, but nice kid. But I asked him later in the interview, I said, what should A's fans do? He said, don't go. I agree. Why would you go? Why would you go at this point? They're 12 and 45. They're already gone. They're gone to Las Vegas. And there's no point in going. Make that stadium bare. Kick them out of Oakland. They don't deserve it. Go be Giants fans. Maybe the Giants will get it back. I know they were your arch rivals at some point, and it might take a little bit, but seriously, go to a team that would actually care about you. That's the thing. You can argue with the small market all you want, right? That the small market teams, oh, they're screwed from the beginning. And to an extent, that's true. To an extent. But that doesn't mean you relocate. That doesn't mean you screw your fans. It means you try to work with the city. And I've seen it in sports. I've seen it done over and over. The NFL, you know, they had the Rams, the Chargers, and the Raiders all relocate. And now the MLB, I guess it's going to come to the MLB because there's talks with Tampa Bay. We did a segment about Orlando possibly, you know, getting a team. MLB is about to be changing just like the NFL did. And a lot of fans are going to get screwed. And it's very crappy business. It's very crappy business because in the end, sports are about your local fans. They are, you know, and The MLB's got to and I do say the MLB, the A's got to get it together, but the MLB's got to get together. You got to have some sort of regulation and how a team can negotiate with the city to leave. Like the A's are now negotiating with the Nevada state legislator and stuff like that. What the heck? This is sports, not politics. But MLB's got to get it together too.